Shows Fred Willard as Buck Laughlin, John Belushi as Jim Belushi, Chris Farley as Todd O'Connor, and Mike Haggerty as himself sitting at a table. Willard, welcome back to ESP Radio, number one among the psychics. As Jim, Todd, and I welcome Chicago's own Mike Haggerty to the program. Welcome, Mike. Haggerty, good to be here, Buck. I was hoping we could get a chance to delve into Jim McMahon's play-action prowess in the third quarter of Game 3 of the '85 Bears season. Belushi. Nobody can pretend to hand off to Walter better than Jimmy. Farley. What about Ditka? Belushi. If Ditka played quarterback, then I take back my statement, but he was the coach. Farley. Are you saying Ditka can't play quarterback, you sick son of a bitch? Willard. Gentlemen, please. There'll be plenty of time to discuss Ditka's hypothetical play-action prowess if he were to have played quarterback for the '85 Bears. But today we have a special living guest on our show. Haggerty, how'd you get a living guy to get on the show? Willard, well, we made an arrangement. By the way, this show is now brought to you by Chevrolet, Wheaties, Gatorade, Hanes, Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Nike, and Air Jordan. Please welcome to the show the greatest basketball player of all time, Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant, as Michael Jordan approaches the table and shakes the four men's hands before sitting down. Willard, now how's it going, MJ? It's a pleasure to have you on the show. Bryant, thanks for having me, Buck. I'm happy to be here. By the way, did you mention the Jordan brand? Willard, we sure did. And by the way, Air Jordan, it's got to be the shoes. Anyway, Mike, we were hoping you could discuss what it was like to play basketball in a city that once featured the greatest football team of all time, the '85 Bears. Bryant, well, it was nice. Of course, I had some pretty good teams myself. I did win 6 championships. Willard, Now, when you saw Richard Dent, Dan Hampton, Refrigerator Perry, and Steve Mongo McMichael all on the defensive line, what kind of awe did that inspire in you? Bryant, well, it was great seeing them, though I was pretty busy myself at the time. Belushi, why didn't you pull double duty and play wide receiver for the Bears during '85? Bryant, well, I actually had a foot injury that year. Farley, Willie Gault would have played through it. Haggerty, how do you feel about being the third best Chicago sports icon named Mike after Ditka and Singletary? Bryant, are you kidding me? 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, 5 regular season MVPs, 10 scoring titles, highest point per game total in NBA history. I don't think I'm the third Mike. Willard, anyway, did you ever get the chance to meet Wilbur Marshall or Otis Wilson? Bryant, thought maybe we'd talk a little bit about my time on the Bulls. Willard, sure, go ahead. I was more of an ABA guy myself, but I'm not too familiar, so why don't you let us know what happened when you were on the Bulls? Bryant, well, when I got drafted by the Chicago Bulls, as Bryant talks, shows that the 4 others are daydreaming. Belushi, McMahon play action. He's got McKinnon open. Touchdown. The Bears. Farley, hi, Mr. Ditka. I'm Todd O'Connor. Would you sign this Polish sausage for me? Haggerty, I bet Ditka could get out of a DUI by calling a play-action heart attack fake. He's so innovative. Willard, wow, is this guy still talking? I should check with the producer later to see if we can get Dave Duerson back on the program. Bryant, and after I got Russell to commit hard to his left, I crossed back to my left and hit the game-winning shot. The 6th title in 8 seasons. Perfect way to end my Bulls career. Willard, is that right? That sounds great. Looks down at his paper. Michael, now that we got that out of the way, do you have any good Walter Payton stories? Bryant, not that I can say on air. Farley, he said air, and he's Air Jordan. Bryant, but can't tell you this. Live from Tom's phone, we're not alive. It's Saturday Night Live, starring an ever-evolving cast that is unionized and refuses to allow their names to be mentioned until their demands are met. Musical guest, Frederich Chopin, and your host, Maggie Peterson. Ladies and gentlemen, Maggie Peterson. Applause, applause, applause. Peterson. Hello. Thank you. Wow, what a whirlwind it's been lately for me. But I'm happy to be on this show. Of course, you may remember me from being on the Andy Griffith Show. Applause, applause, applause. Catherine the Great comes out. Catherine, thank you, thank you. It's wonderful to be hosting this show. I, of course, was the reigning empress of Russia from 1762 to 1796. Peterson. Welcome, Your Majesty, but I believe that I'm hosting this episode. Catherine, that's impossible. My manager booked me for this show last night. Norm MacDonald comes out. Hey, ladies. Sorry for the confusion. I happen to be in charge of booking for the show for some reason. And, well, I'm terrible at it. So, Catherine, my apologies. But you were supposed to be booked for the next show. Catherine, well, I'm not doing this twice. You have me here now. MacDonald. Okay, Maggie, do you want to maybe come back some other time? Peterson. No, I'd rather just do it now. MacDonald. Okay, Well, I think that the two of you should just start by kissing, and then you could... Mr. MacDonald's meandering suggestion was redacted for its sexually suggestive and highly offensive material. Catherine. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard, and I've read Dostoevsky. You'll be hearing from my lawyer. I'm out of here. MacDonald. Those darn Russians, they're so anal about anal. Anyway, I guess it's all yours, Miss Peterson. Peterson. Thanks, Norm, I think. Anyway, we have a great show tonight. Frederich Chopin is here. So enjoy the Raindrop Prelude. We'll be right back.